Yeah, your purpose. You know what? My dad asked me when I was 11 years old. He asked me what my purpose was.
At
And I was like
11.
11
How
years
do you
old.
how do you answer that
And
at 11, man?
you
Like,
know, but
hi,
that's
Janice.
he's one of those people,
Yeah.
very he's very philosophical. So,
Yeah, it sounds it. That's a
he
deep question for that. That's what's your vertical? It's like straight up. Like what is your vertical now? Do you think, and what do you think it's the best it's ever been?
uh well, look, that video I posted today, that repo, it's an
Yeah.
old video from 5 years ago, but that
Okay.
was I was jumping like 50. I
That's
don't actually jump on low rims. You know what I mean? Like there's
yeah,
people out
yeah,
there that do that. I don't do that. So essentially for me, I've I've touched 12 foot three before.
yeah,
And I have a reach of 7 foot 8. So
yeah,
just do the math here, I have a 55-inch vert, you know,
yeah, yeah.
um max, I know that, but
Those are
you know
insane numbers, man, on balance, right? But like, I don't know how many of them, if they put in the exact same amount of work as you, if they would achieve the exact same figures as you.
You know what? It's not like, yeah, that I don't believe that that's possible, to be honest with you.
Not
Like
to
for
discourage
example,
everyone out there.
and no, it's just like for example, you you and I, if we go on the football field, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to catch the ball a little bit better than I can. And no matter how hard I train, I probably won't be able to catch as well as you can just because of your hands. Like it's a blessing that you have, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
obviously work for it, but you have a blessing.
And if you think about it, if you're fast,
Hmm.
like if you're gifted speed, like Olympic world class speed, that is a true talent because unlike an Olympic skier or even like Olympic basketball, not everyone is exposed to a hill and the climate and skis or
Yeah.
basketball and rim or soccer
True.
ball.
Hmm.
Everybody who wants to run, like, you know what I mean? Like most people have feet, most people
Yeah.
have a ground. You know what I'm saying? That the playing field is a lot different. There's way more people that have feet that can run than there are that can like do like downhill skiing. So if you're the best in running compared to the other billion people on the planet, you're legit the best. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it's interesting when you put it in that perspective. So if you say that your talent was your speed, and then you can use that speed to generate that power to go up, like
Everything else,
yeah,
yeah.
that's that
Yeah.
X
It's,
factor.
when you're getting off the blocks, when you're sprinting,
Yep.
that first kick in the whole body, when that first contraction, I
Yeah.
try to think of using that contraction with everything. Think about when you're boxing. Think about
Mm-hmm.
when if you're dancing. It's like it's always that quick twitch. So I
Yes.
think of that quick twitch when I make my jump. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, I wouldn't say that it's just a gift, but I'd say jumping. I had to learn. I had to learn how to do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I had to learn how
Yeah.
to do that because it didn't come easy, but running did.
John Maxwell has a book called A Talent Plus Person.
Yeah.
And in that book, he talks about the fact that there's people who have a talent, and then they actually choose to, maximize that talent by doing more instead of like, say for example, I have five things that I'm good at, and I may be a 2 out of 10 on one thing and a 7 out of 10 on something else. I'm gonna spend my energy making my seven a nine instead of making my two a five,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
if I am good at, you know, football, for example, and everyone else around me puts in the exact same amount of effort as I'm still gonna have that separation because I'm already talented at it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm taking my talent and I'm putting that plus on my talent to create even more separation from the pack. Yeah. So there's so much merit in looking at the thing that you're good at and just becoming like incredible at that one thing that you're good at and still be good at other stuff, but create separation with the thing that you're good at on as well. So Hitton is a good friend of mine, a client, and he's his son's a serious soccer player as well. So we've had some great talks just about this whole mindset around training, like similar to what we're talking about. And actually, it's funny. There's a term that he used that someone said to his son about a coachability index.
Yeah.
And I love that phrase for just saying, like, when we're working with our athletes or our clients, it's not necessarily about how talented they are, but what their coachability index is. Like, how receptive are they to adjustments and to feedback and criticism and constructive criticism, stuff like that. And that really determines, how they're going to succeed.
Exactly, I agree. So, my main thing, like I guess Kobe Bryant had it, mine was Android mentality. It was, I used to tell everybody, you guys need to have an Android mentality, meant be different, be a leader by being different, and be Android. That meant, once you walk into whatever you're about to do, if it be a workout today, you walk in and you focus, you get it done,
Yes.
you make sure, don't let when it gets difficult, when you can't push no longer, don't let that stop you, right? Don't give up, because at that point, why did you come to do the workout if you can let the workout beat you up? Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you got to get in there, get your workout done. When your body's feeling like quitting, keep going, and then get out. But the thing is, when you get out, don't kill that mentality. You just work so hard to build your body. So like now, change. You know what I'm saying? Like change.
Yes.
Do right things that are gonna keep you doing that easier, right? Because
Absolutely.
the workouts are always gonna get harder the better you get if you actually challenge yourself, right? So essentially, if you're not doing the right thing outside and all the time, what kind of mentality is that? You're not really training, right? You're not doing the right thing. So that's, to me, that's the process,
I agree. But I
Yeah.
believe that people like yourself and people like me that are athletes, regardless of the scale of how far you went with your athleticism,
Yeah.
you're cut from a different fabric, and your
Oh, yeah.
mindset is that
Different
mindset. So if he framed that with a Mamba mentality, and you frame it with an Android mentality, I saw that and I was like, that's me. Like, I mean, I live that too, right?
Yeah.
And not to be cocky with it, but I see that,
Ah,
like,
but that's
whether
yeah.
I'm training like for my Pilates cert, man, and I'm there at 5 o'clock in the morning in a McDonald's waiting for the place to open because I'm studying because I want to own this. I don't want it to own me. This
Yeah.
is my training for this moment. Or I've
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
like even just a flag football game. I'm like there 2 hours before doing my dynamic warm up, thinking about plays, back pedal, pivot, open, just
Yeah.
visioning. And dude, like it's like a random co-ed game, and I'm treating it like it's a Super Bowl. Like
It's just
that's
a
the
mentality.
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have my way of I have an interesting way of doing it. Some people come into things and they're very like, they're just focused, they don't talk to anybody. For me,
Yes.
I come in and I smile a lot.
Yeah.
Smile a lot. For example, like, you see me with this, I'll
Yes.
walk into a competition like that. I'll be like,
Yeah.
so then essentially what I know what I'm doing. I know psychologically I'm taking you out of it because you're thinking that I don't care. So
Yes.
because you think I don't care, automatically I'm already gonna beat you. So
Yes.
I'm like, yeah. So we get there, even in track I would do it. I get on the blocks. As soon as I get there, I kind of feel like, I'm
Yeah.
looking like loose, not stiff. I'm just kind
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
yeah. And as soon as the gun goes, I turn it off. I go into a whole different mode. So even in on the court, wherever it is, as soon as it's time to perform, I shock you, right?
Yes.
That's my value. I want to be able to shock you. So,
Yes.
you know, it's just a thing. Some guys think, you have to become this like robot all of a sudden and act a certain way, but no, it's a mentality. You have to know how you kill. You know what I mean?
Yes. Right. Yeah. No, exactly.
You have to
Yeah.
have your kill mode and know how to do it.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah.
my kill mode is with a smile. If I'm training somebody, I'm gonna do it with a smile the same way. Um,
Yes.
you know what I mean? It's always you do the same thing. I see you do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
train me with a smile on your face while you're killing me. So I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, that mentality.
Turn this way. Turn the other way. Jeez. Turn. There. Oh, I'm feeling it. Turn.
Is that right? Like I'd line up as a DB have the receiver in front of me and just be chill, but then I'd say to him, like, you're not catching the ball today.
Yeah.
Like straight up. And then
I
he's like,
mean,
okay, well, like you
yeah.
get in people's head in different ways, right?
I try to tell somebody straight up if I'm on the court with them, be like, listen, you're not gonna jump with me, you know that, so you're gonna have to foul me.
Right.
So
Yeah.
then say that just so that they can reply with something, that they're really gonna try to do, because that's normally the
Yes.
thing. And at
Yes.
that very moment, I laugh because I'm like, I already have you beat now.
But then, and you circle back to just our mindset day to day. Like, I mean, this needs to translate to everything that we do, right? And
Exactly.
like,
Everything.
sport is like the best analogy for life, and just the way, because you have kids too, right? Like they become like an experiment, because now we get to instill that in them, that killer instinct, or that I don't care mindset about I'm no fear of failing or whatever it is that helps them to succeed in life. It starts with
Exactly.
like everything's a sport analogy.
That's
Like
what I think. Everything to me, everything is like a
yeah,
sport,
yeah,
and then I get to turn it to everything being competition, right? Like we just
yes,
all feel like competing, and you know,
yep.
like you just take things serious. That some people don't have that. You know what I mean? Some people don't know how to do that, right?
Right,
That's what makes you great, right?
right.
Um,
Okay, so here's the question. I asked this question yesterday because that's true. That does make you great, and it makes you elite,
exactly.
right? That mindset. That's what separates you, and that's what makes you elite. The question is, can we, as fitness professionals, motivate people to that, or is that just on the inside?
Two types of people. There's people that know their whys, and people that don't even understand what that is. So
Yes.
like, if you know your why with every little thing you're doing, you're most likely going to succeed, right? But
Yes.
if you don't, you're most likely
There's
going
a
to.
there's one of those sayings I used to do. I still do those Finish Strong Fridays posts and stuff. And one of them that I put up a while ago is the two most important days of your life. One
Hmm.
is the day you were born, and two is the day you discover why you were born.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Your purpose is that I'm afraid of my own greatness. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So essentially, some people feel like, you know what, I might not be going through that, but everybody goes through it. We all go through it. I go
We
through it
all
right
go
now.
through it.
So
Yeah.
essentially, it's just like once you get past that feeling or that hump, then normally, you know what, you can defeat anything. You get better at all things that you want to get better at. So,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah. And we just need reps sometimes, right? Like it's just like your bench press.
yeah,
Like your number's not going to get better if you don't just struggle under 225. Like
yeah,
you have to just go through it and just like get some reps at pushing yourself through one of your mental barriers. And the next time it's just like we're at the next threshold and now you can just push yourself to that one. It's
exactly.
it's such